St. Johnson with 19.
Today's Countdown to Tip-Off show is brought to you by Van Campen Motors.
You can see on the forecourt, Gibson lets it fly off the glass and good from just inside half court. Sabir Gibson makes it 53-28 Lancers at the break.
Now let's go courtside and join the broadcast crew for a preview of today's game. Here's the voice for Lycoming County High School boys basketball, Todd Bartley.
And we greet you tonight from a capacity Ron C.I. Insinger Gymnasium here in the campus of Loyalsock High School and Middle School. Glad to be with you here on a Tuesday night, and Heartland Conference supremacy hangs in the balance tonight. One on grade team in Upper Darby. They are perfect in the Heartland at 4-0. They face a perfect Lewisburg Green Dragons team, 10-0 on the year, 5-0 in the Heartland. So the winner tonight has the inside track in the first go-round of the Heartland schedule for the title. Again, there is a return trip for both teams at Lewisburg in the not-too-distant future. Had an opportunity to sit down and chat with both coaches. We'll talk to both coaches after this 60-second timeout on ESPN Williamsport and ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Your hometown dealer makes the 2013 Big Finish the biggest event of the year. The Big Finish at Van Campen means big savings on 2014 vehicles all over the lot. Big savings from the Valley's Ram Truck headquarters with over 30 Rams in stock starting at under $30,000. Like a 2014 Ram 1500 Quad Cab 4x4 for only $29,900. Check out this huge holiday selection of Rams at Van Campen and save. Drive through the holidays with the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Diesel now in stock at your hometown dealer. Buy a 2014 Dodge Avenger for only $18,900. You pay only $297 per month. Van Campen still has huge discounts on all remaining 2013 models in stock while they last. Take advantage of pre-auction vehicles and look for mirror tags. All mirror tag vehicles are drastically reduced for immediate sale. All offers will be entertained. The 2013 Big Finish means the biggest savings of the year from your hometown dealer. Van Campen Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, 601 West 3rd Street in downtown Williamsport. But hurry, when the year ends, so do the savings.
ESPN 1050. WLYC is the exclusive home of the Loyalsock Lancers.
On a tip-off show here at CI Gymnasium. Joined by the Lewisburg head coach John Bajai. Always a pleasure to visit with you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Now, this is a little different. You've been coming to Lancer Gym for a long, long time. Now it's been renamed. Your thoughts on the all-time winningest coach?
Well, I mean, it's just a great accomplishment for Ron. Very proud of him. We've been battling this is my 11th year at Lewisburg. We've had some great battles, and just a super guy, so the honor could not come to a better person than Ron Insinger.
So these matchups, as you mentioned, the last 11 years, since I've been here in 2007, I think we've done every one of them, your place, here at this place. They're always 1, 2, 3 possession games. What makes it such a great rivalry?
I just think the guys like competing against each other. I mean, it goes way back and stuff like that. They play against each other in the junior high levels, and they run into each other playing AAU ball and things like that. And I think they build up that rivalry, and they circle these games on the calendar and say, hey, I'm sure Loyalsock saying Lewisburg's coming to town. We're saying we're going to Loyalsock. Let's get after it and have some fun.
Now, one of the names that's off the roster due to graduation is one coach's kid, but the other one stayed in Flannery because Conrad's already gone.
Yeah, Jesse's worked extremely hard on his game this year. I mean, he's just been a joy to have around. I mean, he's developing, working hard on his shot. He's running the floor, and it's the saying, your point guard's a coach on the floor. He is a true coach on the floor.
Now, we've done these games in recent memory. For whatever reason, schedule maker in the Heartland Conference has decided that, when you guys meet up, normally you're undefeated. You're perfect on the year. Sox got 1 loss, but undefeated in the league. Expectations going into tonight? Perfect?
Expectations, you got to figure it out. Everybody says we're supposed to be the top 2 teams in the league, so we're coming into that tonight, and hopefully the game lives up to the billing of the top 2 teams in the league to get after it and have some fun.
You mentioned going all the way back to the junior high. Everyone knows what everyone is. Yeah. So knowing that, how do you get the upper hand first of all, offensively, and then defensively, how do you try to slow down folks like Omar Little for Loyalsock?
I think a lot of it is being disciplined. Don't get caught up in the anxiety, the excitement of the game and stuff like that, and just stick with what you're capable of doing. Try not to do too much, play within yourselves, and stay disciplined to be able to execute offensively and defensively. And I think, might be who makes that little mental mistake or something like that could be the difference in the game.
You got a couple guys on your roster that do the little things very, very well. For me, for the Lancers, I'm sure you've seen this on film, Ben Sosa is that guy.
And you know what? He's that type of guy, and he's a much improved basketball player from last year. Last year they were able to count on Roger Wilson to do a lot of work for him inside, and Ben sort of took the back seat. But I guess I tell you what, he's really stepped up his game this year, and he's taking a leading role for them inside.
So for Lewisburg, arch rival the Lancers, keys to victory here on the road.
I think our two big things, we got to take care of the basketball. Their pressure is unbelievable. We got to take care of the basketball, and then we got to play transition defense and keep their runs. Not let them have those 10, 12, 14-point runs in a minute and a half like they're capable of. And if we can do those two things, it's going to be anybody's ball game.
All right, that's going to do it for this portion of the interview. One personal note. In that Rita's game that we always have at the end of the year, you've been very kind with your time. I think the coaches are going to need you this year because they're down Tagliaferri and Stackhouse are now playing for the media team since he's quote-unquote retired from Hughesville.
Well, I'm going to come tie Tagliaferri's shoes together then so he can't run up and down the floor then, going to miss Nick. He should love to see him get back into coaching. I'm sure he will down the road. So that's always great to hear his name and see him around the gyms and stuff like that.
Good luck tonight. Thanks for the visit.
Thank you.
That is head coach John Vage of the Lewisburg Green Dragons. Back to CI after this 30-second timeout on ESPN Radio Waysport and ESPNWaysport.tv.
The Brickyard Restaurant and Ale House, located at 343 Pine Street, is the place to be all Sunday and Monday night. With NFL Sunday and Monday night specials like all big beers at one small price and $5 Monster Nachos, how can you stay away? The Brickyard has 11 TVs, so you'll have the best seat in the house to view all the great NFL action. The Brickyard, just across from the Executive Plaza, is open 7 days a week. Visit them online at brickyard.net.
Bring you back to our Van Camp Motors Countdown to Tip-Off show, joined by the Lancers head coach, also Pennsylvania's all-time winningest coach, Ron Insinger. Coach, the gym now named after you, so this is the first Green Dragons Lancer battle in CI Gym.
Well, I've always told my players, when you put a signature on something, that's yours, baby, and you better be able to take care of it. So here we are tonight. We're protecting our house.
Well, for both houses tonight, they come in undefeated in the Heartland.
Yeah, Lewisburg year in, year out is well coached. They always have quality players. They always have smart players, and it's not any different this year. The big difference this year is that it's basically going to be guards versus big guys. Their strength is the two bigs inside, and our strength is our three guards. So, what our game plan and one of the keys to victory, I'm way ahead of you, but is that we're going to put enough pressure on Flannery and their guards, because Flannery is like the engineer out there. He's the coach on the court, and he runs the offense. If he can't get into that offense, then we're ahead of the game. So our goal is to pressure him to the point where harass him enough that we're going to get him in a run and gun game.
You mentioned the run and gun, and with my experience with your program, then of course at the college level, that potentially if that guard's headsy enough early in that press, they get that quick outlet, it's an easy basket the other way.
Yeah, absolutely, and we got to protect that, and like I said, they are intelligent. They have great basketball instincts. They've been in big games, so that it's going to be a challenge for us, and it's going to be hopefully a wake up call for us, because this is the first time where our guards are really going to be tested.
I don't want to get too inside basketball for you, but I want to go back for me about 10, 12 years ago and watching a 1-3-1 type of press, especially against size like they have tonight. Is that something you guys have looked at, or with a big, you want to get them as far away from the basket as you can?
Well, right, and we got to prevent them from getting us in the half-court game, because in a half-court game we just don't match up inside. So consequently, we have what we call a diamond press. This is very similar to the 1-3-1, and we have the straight 1-3-1. We have a trapping 1-3-1. so where the wings come up and do their thing. So, but we have all that in our arsenal. It's just that right now our comfort zone's to run and jump, and that's worked for us. It worked for us against Upper Darby, so we're hoping that it's going to work tonight.
Against Montoursville, Omar came in off the bench, immediately lit it up, but I had some folks tell me that offensively he's been down the last couple of games.
Yeah, well, he's struggling a little bit, but he worked really. He was intense all weekend. He was in here 3 hours Saturday and 5 hours Sunday, and I mean literally he was in here that long. And I think the kinks are out now, and I think we're going to see a good ball game from him tonight.
Is also competition where kind of the cream rises to the top, and you're playing to the level of an undefeated team tonight?
Well, the thing is, we're kind of notorious for playing to the level of the comp, and unfortunately, that sometimes that makes us look like not as good of a team as we would like to have. But tonight we're going to have our A game.
So how do you get that done with the keys to victory here at home?
Okay, one, the attitude is great, and we've got to have team play. I just telling them that the biggest ingredient of stardom is the rest of your team. It's a John Wooden quote, but it's so true, and we've got to be able to, all 5 guys have got to contribute, and when 5 come off the bench, they have to contribute. And I think with our depth, one weakness, if Lewisburg has any weakness, I'm not so sure the 6th and 7th man could play for us. So we've got to go after the 5 that count.
Certainly appreciate the visit. As always, good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot, Todd.
That's going to do it for the Van Camper Motors Countdown and Tip-Off interview portion of the show. Let's get into the Brickyard sounds of the game. These teams met 4 times last year. How'd the 4th matchup go in districts? Let's hear it now on the Brickyard sounds of the game. Pressure by the Lancers, thrown over the top on the run. Scoop, score, and the foul, Mike Driscoll. So we're tied at 2, pending the foul and the free throw. Up and down for Wilson, turns, fires back of the rim, no. Sosa the rebound, fights it up, no. Wilson's follow, all the way in good. Wilson now with 4, 6-4 Loyalsock. And it's stolen away by Datters on the feed to Conrad. On the run up, left-hand layup is good for Kyle Datters, and the Lancers in front 13-7. Conrad, touch it down far side up for Flannery. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Klein over Wilson. Back at the top, Flannery sets the feet, wants a 3 and trained it. Driscoll now with 5, makes it a 17-14 Loyalsock lead with 4:45 to go in the half. Staglione on the right side. 70 seconds to go in the first half. The Flannery down the lane. Kick out to Driscoll. He wants a 3 to tie, and it's good. Tied at 22 on the Castagliola make. 5 lead changes, 5 ties. 5 seconds to go in the half. Datters to little right side with 4. Down to 3 to Datters. Near side left, Pastore. Step it left, launches it to Horn. Got it. Michael Pastore gives the Lancers a 24-22 halftime lead on a 12-foot leader. Line with it. Goes back to his left. Now head of the key on a ball screen. Hand off to Allen. Allen hands it back to Conrad. Turns it left. In the lane. Fights it up. Rim and good. Finally, Lewisburg back into the lead. Back head of the key now to Driscoll. Driscoll hands it off to Flannery. Flannery wants a long 15-footer. Back of the rim. No. Little the rebound. He'll bring it back left to right. Bounce it off right side. Sosa to the doorstep. Wilson. He got bumped from behind. Got it to drop it. Got fouled. Roger Wilson now with 12. And the rebound came down to Pastore. He spins it back out of traffic. Head of the key to Datters. Steps in left in the lane. He got tripped up. Loose ball to the floor. Wilson got the handoff. Scored and got fouled again. Roger Wilson. Little to Datters. Touching inside to Wilson. Goes to work. Glass rim no good. Trying to get his own miss back. It's fine with a rebound. Up to 4 to Castagliola. Knocked away from behind by a little. Castagliola got it back. Glass and good. Castagliola now with 5. 30-28. Your side right. Pastore catching fire. 3 on the way in good. Mike Pastore now with 5. 35-28. Loyalsock by 7. Little to the doorstep. Floats it up and good. Omar Little. He's got 7. 37-28. Lancers by 9. Their largest lead in this ball game. And a timeout Lewisburg. Allen turns to his right. Fights it off the window. Wilson got a piece of it. Here comes Datters with the loose ball. Over the top to Sosa. Sosa on the run. Glass. Rim and good. Ben Sosa. Nice finish, young man. 50-34 Loyalsock. Timeout Lewisburg. Castagliola with under 3 to go in the 4th quarter, looking inbound. Far side, tips it center of the floor, picked off by Wilson. He goes strong on Conrad, high off the glass, in good, Roger Wilson. He's got 21. Into the forecourt, Flannery lost the handle. Here comes Pastore with Wilson in tow. Finds Sosa off the right side, glass in good. Sosa now with 8. 61-48 Loyalsock. Conrad to the forecourt. Your side left bounce out to Driscoll. To the doorstep. Rim no. Wilson altered it. And the loose ball comes out to Pastore, and that's how this one will end. The Lancers have defeated the Lewisburg Green Dragons by the final score of 64-55.
Thanks for listening to the Countdown to Tip-Off show, brought to you by Van Campen Motors.
Gibson on the outlet to LaPointe. Punch it down, big fella. And he rocked the rim so much, it's still on tilt.
Stay tuned, because after this timeout, the tip-off is next. On your home for Lycoming County High School boys basketball, the ESPN Williamsport family of stations, and online ESPNWilliamsport.com.
Joined now by Tom Rachel of Palco Federal Credit Union.
Palco prides itself on offering flexible and competitive loan products. Whether you want to finance a new car, refinance your current auto loan, make home improvements, open a line of credit, purchase a new home, or refinance your current mortgage, Palco has the right loan.
FCU.org.
It's time for Lycoming County High School boys basketball on the home for Lycoming County High School sports, the ESPN Williamsport family of stations, and online ESPNWilliamsport.com.
Top side left, Flannery dribbles it left side, stops, fights it up on Wilson. He blocked it again. Loose ball to Sosa, hands it off to Wilson. Now to Little, to the line, swings it right side. Pastore, 3-ball, got it! Mike Pastore now with 6, and a timeout, Lewisburg.
Today's game is being brought to you by Van Campen Motors, the Palco Federal Credit Union, the Ready Road Armor Agency, C.A. Reed Party Supply, Liberty Mutual Insurance, the Brickyard Restaurant and Ale House, Country Store Brand Meats, West Branch Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dolly's Diner, the Smith Birch Agency, Keystone Advertising Specialties, the Fisher Insurance Agency, Susquehanna Health, the Hartman Group, Mark Sales and Leasing, the Girio Agency, Murray Motors, Murray Mazda, and by Pepsi.
Rebound to Biter. He runs past Wilkins. Coming back in a 2-on-3. Fights it off the glass to rim. No. Can't follow. Tyree Vidal pounding that chest, big fella. The rebound to Wellsboro. They hand it off to Timmons, and he scores. Now how about that? What a way to finish a district championship game. And how fitting is this, that all the Lancers have to do is dribble out the clock for CI's 802nd career win to become the all-time winningest basketball coach in Pennsylvania. So now to the jump circle go Ben Sosa and Will Siegel. And the tap is going to be controlled by the Lancers. They'll bring it right to left. Welcome in the TV viewers on ESPNWilliamsport.tv. We'll get you the starting lineups at the first free throw. Datras far side of the right to Baggett. Now far right corner now to Pastore. Pastore back to Datras. Now head of the key to Baggett. Your side left, Omar Little. Little looking inside for Sosa. Dribbles back to his right, now to his left. Left of the lane. Fights one up. Back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Sosa. Top side, Datras wants a 3. Halfway down and out, and a rebound comes down to Sam Allen. He's flanked by Siegel on the block. Castagliola, Federaca, and Flannery runs the show. Feeds it backside right for Castagliola. Bounce it in the lane off the leg of Sosa. Picked up by Little. He'll hand it off now to Datras. Into the forecourt to Baggett. Near side left to Pastore. Dribbles line to the lane. Pulls up in the lane. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Federaca. Federaca on the run back. Left to right to the forecourt. Dribbles it right side behind the arc. Now inside the arc. Defended by Pastore. Now swings it off head of the key for Allen. Far side left. 3-ball. Flannery. Rim glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sosa taps it out now to Baggett. Both teams scoreless. 6:50 to go in the quarter. Left side, Little. Rise and fire from 3 out of the corner. Rim, no good. It rattled out. Sam Allen the rebound. Outlet ahead to Flannery. Flannery left side behind the arc. Now to Allen. Lob it far, block. Siegel on the catch. Turns, fires it right side. Castagliola dribbles right of the lane. Spins it back. Swings it off head of the key. Picked off by Sosa. He'll run it on Allen. Length to the floor. Glass in good. Ben Sosa. And the Lancers take the early 2-0 lead. Man-to-man pressure, full court. Castagliola swings it off now into the backcourt. Siegel now to the forecourt. Head of the key. Sam Allen with the handle, turns in a lane, got caught on the way up, and they're going to call the foul. And as the foul is assessed by the official, let's get that Lancer to line up in first.
Lancer foul with 31, Ben Sosa.
That's on Sosa, his first. There's Tommy Baggett on the block. Kyle Datris, Mike Pastore, Omar Little, and Ben Sosa. Off the inbound now to your right side. Federaca back out of the key. Castagliola down to the doorstep. Allen off the window. No good. It's knocked loose. Allen saves it in. Siegel there to clean it up. Glass and good. Tied at 2 in the early going. Nearly 2 minutes in, and Ben Sosa having an early 4-point performance gives the Lancers a lead back 4-2 with an easy basket. Flannery left side behind the arc, comes around the screen from Allen. Turns it right elbow, stops, pulls up, right of the rim, no. Siegel, rebound, kick back out to Flannery. Far side left, Castagliola. Castagliola steps it back to his left, fires from 12 and buried it. And we're tied at 4. Right to left, Datris on a very deliberate march through the jump circle, now to the forecourt. Right side, Little. Swings it back head of the key to Baggett. Baggett looking, fires left side now for Datris. Runs it left to the glass and good. Kyle Datris puts Loyalsock back in front, 6-4. 3 lead changes, 2 ties. 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Line to the lane, Federaca off the glass, no good. Sosa the rebound. Datris, quick outlet down the floor for Little. Gallops in the lane, fires it off the window, too strong. Siegel the rebound, now a quick outlet to Flannery. Flannery coming back left to right across the time stripe. To the forecourt, hands it off to Siegel. Far side left, Castagliola dribbles back to his right, picks up the bounce, hands it off. Left side turn, Federaca stops from 12, forces one up, rim no good. Allen out-battles Sosa for the rebound, and a hold on Sosa. That's his second.
Lancer foul number 31, Ben Sosa, his second.
That's going to get West LaPointe into the game with 4:40 remaining.
West LaPointe, the Dragons number 14, Drew Newcomb.
And now for Lewisburg, they're going to reciprocate with their first substitution of the night as well. Off the inbound, it comes into Newcomb, who just checked into the game. Newcomb hands it off. Topside Federaca comes around the Siegel screen. Give and go to Siegel. Glass, rim, and good. We're tied at 6. Siegel now with 4. He matches Sosa for the game high with 4 points. Sosa, however, on the bench with 2 fouls. Little in the far right corner. Dribbles line to the lane. Scoop with the left hand. Left of the rim, no. Got his own miss back. Lost the handle. Newcomb knocks it away, and it's going to pinball out to Flannery. Flannery on the run out. Pull up at the right elbow. Good. Jesse Flannery gives Lewisburg an 8-6 lead. Their first of the quarter. 3:55 to go in it. Datris right of the jump circle. Swings it far side of the right to Little. Little looking back head of the key now for Baggett. Baggett left side of Datris behind the arc. Looking. Swings it off head of the key. Pastore catch and fire 3 from the head of the key. Right of the rim, no good. Baggett's follow goes off the glass, the rim, no. And Pastore climbing the back of Sam Allen. And he'll be called for the personal foul, his first. So an 8-6 Lewisburg lead with 3:34 to go in the quarter. Luke Glavin will now check in for the first time. (8-6) Lewisburg with the lead. Allen to the forecourt, far side left Federaca. Federaca, far side left now to Siegel. Siegel picks it up, swings it head of the key now to Flannery. Flannery dribbles it right elbow, turns it right, fights it up, blocked by Datris, swings it off to Newcomb. Newcomb got Datris off his feet, missed it off the window, got his own miss back, gave it up to Flannery. Head of the key, Federaca for 3, good. Federaca's 3 now puts Lewisburg in front, 11-6. They're on a 7-0 run after trailing 6-4. So make it 11-6. Lewisburg the lead. Little down the lane off the glass. That is knocked away by Siegel. Flannery, a long outlet down the floor, intended for Federaca, but too long, in fact, and it's out of bounds. So Pastore on the inbound now for Datris. In front of a capacity crowd at CI Gymnasium. Datris into the forecourt on the bounce, left side behind the arc. Turns it back to his right, curls at the free throw line. Hands it off now to Glavin. Far side right to Little, back to Glavin. Far side of the right to Pastore. Pastore looking, swings it off to LaPointe, head of the key. Near side left to Little. Turns it back to his right, now head of the key for Glavin. Far side of the right to Datris. Datris picks up the bounce, now swings it off to LaPointe. LaPointe, near side left for Pastore. He turns it right to the head of the key, steps into the free throw line, back of the rim, side of the rim, and good. Michael Pastore cuts the Lewisburg lead to 11-8. Down the lane, Allen. Glass good and the foul on West LaPointe. This was to be expected tonight. With all that Lewisburg size, they're looking for the advantage down low. Change winning at the table for the Green Dragons. That substitution is coming to get the free throw shooter. Sam Allen puts it on the way and good. With the change coming, let's get that Lewisburg lineup in real quick as they lead now 14-8 at the 2:03 mark of the first quarter. We'll get it to you next dead ball. LaPointe on the inbound now for Datris. He'll bring it right to left. Crossing the time stripe now to the forecourt. Right side behind the arc, comes around the Glavin screen. Thought about a pick and roll, instead swings it to LaPointe, head of the key. Back to his left to Pastore. Pastore with a running right-hander. It's off the window and good. 14-10 Lewisburg. Pastore now with 4. 1:40 to go in the quarter. Flannery picks it up, swings it near center to the right for Federaca. Federaca turns it right, and an emphatic block by LaPointe out of bounds. Okay, Lewisburg, let's see it. So now checking in, Brennan Casale. His first action in this game. Tanner Host now checks in for Lewisburg. Host with the handle. Swings it off head of the key. Far side left out of Flannery. Turns back in the lane on Datris. Bounce it to the doorstep to Siegel. Knocked away by Datris out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. Flannery will inbound from the baseline. Head of the key. Rim and off on the attempt for Newcomb. Pastore has now scored, I believe, 6 straight. Cuts the lead to 2. Make it 14-12 with a minute to go in the quarter. Lewisburg in front. Flannery hands it off now, head of the key to Siegel. Siegel, far side left to Newcomb. Newcomb turns it back to his right, now back to his left. Left of the lane, pulls up, on the way, came up short. Rebound, Castagliola, if you can call it that. Newcomb in the lane, knocked away by Datris. Glavin a quick outlet out of Pastore. Lob over the top to LaPointe. He got clocked, no call, but the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Castagliola, and I think he got popped where you don't want to get hit. He did, and he's feeling the effects of that right now, trying to walk it off. Sabir Gibson is now checked into the game for the first time, replacing Pastore. And now Little will inbound as they bring Tommy Baggett back to the scorer's table. He's allowed to come in now. So it's Allen, Siegel, Federaca, Newcomb, and Host for Lewisburg, up 2 at 14-12. Under 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Baggett hands it off now to Little in the jump circle. Omar with the handle, dribbles it to his right. Comes back around the Casale screen. Now head of the key to LaPointe. Near side left to Gibson. Back head of the key now to Casale. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Baggett wants a 3. Back iron no good. Rebound Federaca. He'll bring it left to right. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. For a moment he drew a double team and then swings out of it to Allen. Allen left wing behind the arc. Looking. Hands it off far left side now for Host. Host back to the jump circle for Federaca. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Down to 4, down to 3. Hands it off to Allen. A deep 3, right wing, good at the horn. Sam Allen knocks it down. He's got 6 through 1, and the lead is 17-12 Lewisburg after 1 on ESPN Radio Williamsport and ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Want a good laugh? Watch those funny insurance ads on TV. You know, the ones the other guys spend billions of dollars on each year. Want seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance? Come to the Fisher Insurance Agency in Williamsport, an independent Erie insurance agent. You'll get a great price that saves you money, unbelievable service, and advice from people you can trust. So talk to us at the Fisher Insurance Agency today. Call 570-323-3600. That's 570-323-3600. Or go to FisherAgency.com. We can help you get where you need to be, where you should be, quickly and easily. Go ahead, laugh at those cave people, stunt guys, and bubbly cashiers. Then see for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie, year after year after year.
Back on ESPN Radio Williamsport, 1050 AM, 1600 AM, 104.1 FM, 92.7 FM, online ESPNWilliamsport.com, Stream 1, and on TV tonight, ESPNWilliamsport.tv. Chris Downs on the cameras. Nick Caringi making all the pretty pictures look great tonight, and the kids are doing a great job. 17-12 Lewisburg as we start the early portion of the second quarter with Jeremy Eck, state champion baseball coach here for the Lancers. I think we're going to have an impartial call, right? As an analyst?
Absolutely.
We have a whistle and a foul in the forecourt just in front of us. That's on Pastore. Now he's got two along with Ben Sosa. Baseline inbound for Flannery. Now head of the key, Federica. Federica looking. Couple of dribbles to his left. Keeps it alive and now reverses it back to his right. Picks up the bounce. Bounce it off to Siegel in a lane. Floats it up and good with the right hand. Will Siegel. Give him 6. Make it a 19-12 Lewisburg lead. Largest deficit for the Lancers tonight. Datris head of the key now for Sosa. Sosa looking, swings it near side left to Little. Turns it left, now back to his right. Got his defender off his feet on a shake and bake move. Right of the rim, no good. Siegel, another rebound. Outlet for Federica. Federica to the forecourt. Left side behind the arc. Now hands it off head of the key for Siegel. Siegel picks up the bounce, looking, hands it off to Federica. Federica right side behind the arc, looking inside for a lob to Siegel. That's cut off by Baggett, playing great defense on the block. Gives it up to Allen. Now a ball screen handoff back to Federica. Turns it to his left in the lane. Hands it back to a cutting Host. He has the ball come loose. Got it back somehow as Datris knocked it away. Siegel on the doorstep. Fights it up. Rim no. Got his own miss back. Fades away and drained it. He's got 8, and they've not had an answer for him now, up 21-12. 7 unanswered. It is a bounce down for Baggett, but the Lancers can't handle it. It's off of Sosa and out of bounds. And Jeremy Eck is speechless.
I'm just warming up.
6:15 to go in the first half. Lancers down 9. Head of the key, Siegel. Siegel zips it inside. Datris got a hand on it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers.
They can't get a break right now, can they?
It does not seem that way after jumping out to the early 4-2 lead, going nip and tuck. First couple of baskets, and then Lewisburg starting to put some distance between themselves and the Lancers. Right side, Hose nearly lost the handle along the near sideline. Slings it off to Siegel, under 6 minutes to go in the half. Gives it back to Federica. Federica comes around the Siegel screen. Bounce it down near side right. Flannery, 12-foot jumper on the way and good. 23-12, 9-0 Lewisburg run and a timeout on the floor. 5:48 to go in the first half. It's now Lewisburg 23, Loyalsock 12. Back after a 30-second timeout on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm the football your buddy fired through your windshield. The cooler that tumbled out of a pickup and onto the hood of your car. If you're a football fan, eventually we're going to meet. So get Allstate. Our agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Are you in good hands?
Start protecting yourself from mayhem today. Call Williamsport Allstate agent Rennie Rodarmel. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company.
As we come back on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.tv, our TV viewers checking out Murray Motors. And they're helping us bring you high school basketball online. It's a live video stream, Coach. catch it, ESPNWinsport.tv. So when you go home tonight, punch up ESPNWinsport.tv. It's their archive, so you can watch it beginning to end.
I got here a little late, so I'll have to catch the beginning of that tonight.
Datris now into the forecourt, moving right to left. Swings it right to Baggett, far right corner to Little. Lancers down 23-12. Datris turns it right to the lane. He got hand-checked. And I believe Flannery's going to pick up his first. 5:34 to go in the half. This is Lewisburg's first foul. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That's the fact of the matter. I'm not saying anything about officials. That's just what's happened. Lancers, conversely, have picked up 5. 2 each to Sosa and to Pastore. Speaking of Sosa, he's back in the game and scores to now make it 23-14. Federica had it knocked away by Baggett. Datris on the outlet. Now to Baggett to the forecourt. Left side behind the arc. Now to Datris, head of the key. 5:15 to go in the half. See a huge basket by Ben Sosa. He's now got 6 in the opening half. Right side Little. Thought about that 3. Rises up. Keeps the bounce alive and swings it off to Datris. Datris back head of the key now to Pastore. Pastore in the jump circle. Directing traffic to his left. Swings it left now to Baggett. Near left corner to Sosa. Sosa in the corner with 4:45 to go in the half. Swings it back to Pastore. Runs it in the lane. Fights it up with the right hand and drained it. Michael Pastore now with 8.
That's a great play there by Michael Pastore.
Cuts the Lewisburg lead to 7. Flannery, cross-court swing intended for Siegel, and he threw it out of bounds over the head of Siegel, which is tough to do. He goes 6'8". So Newcomb's coming back in. He'll replace the 6'8 senior Will Siegel, who's going to make somebody very happy at the next level next year.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Ben Sosa is going to have to step up here before halftime. Get something going on the inside.
Little wants a 3, back of the rim, no good. Flannery coming the other way for the Green Dragons. Up the left side of the floor, Federica. Federica wants a 3, rim glass, no. Rebound to Allen, swings it back inside to Castagliola. He missed it, went up again, swatted away by Little. Baggett now to Pastore. Pastore up the floor, left side to Little. Turns it left to the lane, lost the handle. Tried to bounce it back to Datris, and Kyle tracks it down just inside the time stripe. Halfway through the second, Lancers down 7 at 23-16. Pastore right side behind the arc, swings it head of the key to Sosa. He's faced up on Allen, left side Datris. To the back door to Pastore, turns back to his right, fights it up and good. Michael Pastore, he's in double digits with 10, and here come the Lancers down 5 at 23-18. 6 unanswered after trailing 23-12. Far side left, Newcomb, far left corner. Allen wants a 3 on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Here comes Pastore. He'll run it back 1-on-2. Runs it into Flannery. Glass, rim. Get in there, ball. It drops, and he's fouled.
Little guy on the floor right there has all the heart in the world.
Hey, he's going line left. We got to tell you about this all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner with the Loyalsock boys basketball team. As we got a timeout on the floor, we'll keep it right here and let you know. This all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner is very special because you can be served by the players, including Michael Pastore. He's going to be in the apron, tied down, everything else, ready to go Sunday, February 16th. And we know you're going to be hungry because the big game's about a 2-week window in front of that. So you recover, you get the carbs, 4 to 7 in the cafeteria here at the middle school and high school. $10 ticket, it's well worth it. Children 5 and under are free.
And the word on the street is CI is going to be in the back cooking the spaghetti.
Don't get me started on who's making the sauce. We'll be here all night. 23-20 with a free throw to come from Michael Pastore.
All-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner Sunday, February 16th from 4 to 7 in the high school cafeteria.
Well, we need an ID on the radio, not so much on the TV, so we'll pause 10 seconds as Pastore steps in line left for station ID.
This is ESPN 1050, 104.1, WLYC, and W281AR, Williamsport, and the new ESPN 1600, WJSA.
So Mike Pastore stepping in line left, trying to make it a 2-point game. He does just that. He's got 13. 23-21, 9-0 Lancer run to get right back in it with 3:25 to go in the half. Siegel to the forecourt with the handle. Far side left, Castagliola. Castagliola gives it back to Federica. Federica, head of the key. Hands it back now to Newcomb. Newcomb on the right side. Head fake and a ball fake. Lobbed it inside. Too tall for Allen at 6'7". Picked off by Sosa. Now to Datris. Forecourt Baggett. Left side behind the arc. Looking for an outlet. Dumps it down to Sosa. He'll go to work in the lane. Fights it up with the right hand. A lot of contact. No call. Saved in by Allen. Now to Siegel. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Into the forecourt. Newcomb. Bounce it off now to Federica. Federica head of the key. Far side left Castagliola. Dump it down for Siegel. Knocked away by Sosa. Castagliola runs in the lane. Gave it up to Allen. And he is blocked on the way up, I believe, by Little before Datris ever threw it out. That's Omar's first. 6th on the Lancers as a team. 2:43 to go in the half, Coach.
Yeah, Kyle came across the lane there. His block looked pretty clean, so definitely was on Omar Little.
Allen's checking his right eye. Don't know if he got scraped on the way by or what, but they're going to have him checked out by the trainer. Apparently he's been opened up. What else do you want in a prize fight, right?
You're telling me. I'm pretty impressed with Loyalsock here, though. They kind of weathered the storm. Wondering how much Lewisburg has in the tank here.
We also had a report from a fan who walked in and said the game on 88.1 tonight, WPTC, featuring Newman at South, is without Alizé Johnson for Newman because he's sick. That's huge, Coach.
Yeah, that's, what, a 25-point swing right there.
Yes.
Not having him on the court tonight.
But we're going to find out how sick is he in a matchup like that for, again, Heartland Conference supremacy.
Absolutely. Are they tied right now for first place?
Indeed they are. So now Host will come in to shoot the free throws as he replaces Sam Allen in the Lewisburg lineup. Puts it on the way, front of the rim, no good, right in front of the Lancer Lunatics. That's as packed as I've seen it all season long over there.
Yeah, this place is packed. I got here late and I had to beg you to come on the air so I could just sit down.
Hopefully they let you in for free.
I came in the back door tonight.
Second attempt by Host. Puts it on the way. Good. He split a pair. First bench point for either team. Makes it 24-21 Lewisburg. 2:40 to go in the half. Pastorti Datris, far side of the right to Baggett. Far right corner to Little. He'll back it out with the right hand. He wants that three to tie. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound Sosa, but he stepped out of bounds.
Great hustle there by Ben Sosa.
So now Allen's back after being patched up. Host will check out after splitting a pair of free throws. Got the pep band up here in the balcony.
Yeah, standing room only tonight here in CI's gym.
2:24 to go in the half. Federica with the handle. Near side of the right, feeds it off to Newcomb. Newcomb looking inside, nearly turned it over. Federica at the CI's court logo on the right wing. Stepped into a double team. He got tied up. And the dual possession arrow, I believe, is going to give it back to the Lancers. It does.
Great defense there by Kyle Datris and Michael Pastori.
2:12 remaining in the half. Oh, check this. Alizé is not sick. Richard Allen's the one that's under the weather. Alizé's got 12 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Head of the key now for Sosa. Swings it left side. Datris wanted a lot for Sosa, and it got knocked out of bounds.
Datris kind of hung him out to dry there a little bit too far away from the basket for that play.
By the way, low scoring affair at South. 19-15 Newman at the break.
So it's a tight one then.
How about Glavin on the doorstep, fighting it up and good to make it 24-23. Lewisburg by 1. 1:50 to go in the half. Right side Newcomb turns it head of the key. Faces, fires, wants that free throw line jumper. It will not drop. Sosa went for the rebound, and Siegel fouled him from behind. That's his first. First foul on either big guy for Lewisburg. That's their third team foul in the first half.
A lot of shots from the outside so far I've seen. Not really pounding the ball inside too much right now.
Datris to Pastori. Datris gives the play to Michael. Michael says, all right, give it to me. Datris right side, now for Glavin. Far right corner now for Little. Little back to Datris, hands it off to Glavin. Your side left, Pastori behind the arc. Swings it off head of the key to Little. He wants that three in the worst way. Now dribbles toward the free throw line. 80 seconds to go in the half, hands it back to Datris. Kyle turns it left to the lane, pivots back to his right. Glass rim, no good. Sosa there to clean it up. Across the iron, no good. Still keeping it alive, and it's Castagliola into the forecourt now for Federica, and Little battling for the ball. They're going to say last touch by the Lancers, out of bounds. Omar didn't think so.
I didn't think so either. I don't think CI thought so either.
Federaca on the inbound, 63 seconds and counting in the half. Now to Newcomb. Newcomb spins out of the double team. Now swings it off to Siegel under a minute to go in the first half. Lewisburg by 1 at 24-23. Castagliola turns it left. Now back to his right. Left of the jump circle. Swings it topside right now to Allen. Allen looking, nearly lost the handle. He did, he double dribbled. So with 43.9 to go, I know CI's a great fan of Wooden, but you got to go Dean Smith, Carolina, four corners, get that last look.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that last look and put one down here before they go in half and take the lead.
Datris into the forecourt now to Little. He's hanging on to the ball. CI's court logo, far sideline. Approaching 30 seconds remaining, and Lewisburg very content to let him hold the ball.
Yeah, they're not going to come out and pressure him at all, are they?
25 and counting. Little with the ball on his left hip. Swings it off to Datris in the jump circle. 18 seconds to go in the half. Left side swing to Pastore with 15. Pastore to the doorstep. Sosa wide open. Glass and good, and the Lancers back in front. 25-24. 7 seconds to go in the half. Right side swing, Federaca to Newcomb. Back to Federaca with 3. Down to 2. Steps inside the arc. Got one off and drained it just before the horn to end the first half. Federaca now with 5. Sosa with that make has 8. And we trade field goals at the end of the opening 2 quarters to make it 26-25 Lewisburg after 6 lead changes and 3 ties in this first half.
Second half is going to be a barn burner.
So let's send that out to a timeout. We'll come back with the Brickyard sounds of the first half next on ESPN Radio Williamsport and ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Now by Mark at Mark Sales and Leasing, 4th and Diamond in Newberry.
Todd, I'm excited. We've got the new Samsung tablets, the 16 gigs. We're on the cutting edge of technology here at Mark Sales and Leasing. I just got a whole shipment of 26 cubic foot French door stainless steel refrigerators, $39 a week. How about a log splitter? You bet. Mark has log splitters, $49.43 a week. Get one now. We've got snow blowers, and don't think you're not going to need one. The Farmer's Almanac says it's going to be the worst winter ever. $113 a month, and your driveway's clear. How about the big TVs? You bet. I've got TVs. Any TV in the store, 60 inches or less, $99 a month. I'm the $99 store. You bet. I've got the TVs, and I've got the living rooms too. I'm putting them out now at $99 a month. $99 a month. Any in-stock living room. Come to Mark Sales and Leasing now. Hey, we need to talk about bedrooms. They're $99 a month. You can sleep well on a Mark Sales and Leasing bedroom for $99 a month. Thanks a lot, Todd. Thanks for coming to Mark Sales and Leasing.
4th and Diamond in Newberry.
This is Seth Birch with the Smith Birch Nationwide Insurance Agency in the Basin Street Shopping Center. Our roadside service covers all rated drivers on your policy, provides 100 miles towing, fixes flats, and much more for $40 a year. That's for the policy, not each driver. If you hit a deer and don't have rental car coverage, what will you do without a car? For pennies a day, you can get a rental car while your car is in the shop. Stop in or give me a call and put Nationwide on your side.
Products underwritten by Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliated companies, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting.
The Brickyard Restaurant and Ale House, located at 343 Pine Street, is the place to be all Sunday and Monday night. With NFL Sunday and Monday night specials like all big beers at one small price and $5 Monster Nachos, how can you stay away? The Brickyard has 11 TVs, so you'll have the best seat in the house to view all the great NFL action. The Brickyard, just across from the Executive Plaza, is open 7 days a week. Visit them online at brickyard.net.
ESPN 1050. WLYC is the exclusive home of the Loyalsock Lancers.
On the catch, turns, fires it right side. Castagliola dribbles right of the lane, spins it back, swings it off head of the key, picked off by Sosa. He'll run it on Allen, length of the floor, glass in good, Ben Sosa. Federaca back head of the key, Castagliola down to the doorstep, Allen off the window, no good. It's knocked loose. Allen saves it in. Siegel there to clean it up, glass in good. Siegel, rebound, kick back out to Flannery. Far side left to Castagliola. Castagliola steps it back to his left, fires from 12 and buried it. Baggett looking, fires left side now for Datris. Runs it left to the glass and good. Kyle Datris puts Loyalsock back in front, 6-4. Newcomb knocks it away and is going to pinball out to Flannery. Flannery on the run out, pull up with the right elbow. Good. Jesse Flannery gives Lewisburg an 8-6 lead. Turns it right, fights it up, blocked by Datris. Swings it off to Newcomb. Newcomb got Datris off his feet, missed it off the window, got his own miss back, gave it up to Flannery. Head of the key, Federica for three, good. LaPointe, near side left for Pastore. He turns it right to the head of the key, steps into the free throw line, back of the rim, side of the rim, and good. Michael Pastore. Back to his left to Pastore. Pastore with a running right-hander. It's off the window and good. 14-10 Lewisburg. Pastore down with 4. Post back to the jump circle for Federica. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Down to 4, down to 3. Hands it off to Allen. A deep 3, right wing, good at the horn. Sam Allen knocks it down. Gives it up to Allen. Now a ball screen handoff back to Federica. Turns it to his left in the lane. Hands it back to a cutting Host. He has the ball come loose. Got it back somehow as Datris knocked it away. Siegel on the doorstep. Fights it up. Rim no. Got his own miss back. Fades away and drained it. Gives it back to Federica. Federica comes around the Siegel screen. Bounce it down near side right. Flannery. 12-foot jumper on the way and good. 23-12. 9-0 Lewisburg run and a timeout on the floor. Swings it left now to Baggett. Near left corner to Sosa. Sosa in the corner with 4:45 to go in the half. Swings it back to Pastore. Runs it in the lane. Fights it up with the right hand and drained it. Michael Pastore now with 8. Pastore right side behind the arc. Swings it head of the key to Sosa. He's faced up on Allen. Left side Datris. To the back door to Pastore. Turns back to his right. Fights it up and good. Michael Pastore. He's in double digits with 10. And here come the Lancers down 5 at 23-18. Far side left, Newcomb, far left corner. Allen wants a 3 on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Here comes Pastore. He'll run it back 1-on-2. Runs it into Flannery. Glass, rim. Get in there, ball. It drops, and he's fouled. Pastore to the doorstep. Sosa wide open. Glass in good, and the Lancers back in front. 25-24. 7 seconds to go in the half. Right side swing, Federica to Newcomb. Back to Federica with 3. Down to 2. Steps inside the arc. Got one off and drained it just before the horn to end the first half. Federica now with 5. Sosa with that make has 8. And we trade field goals at the end of the opening 2 quarters to make it 26-25 Lewisburg after 6 lead changes and 3 ties in this first half.
So back courtside at CI Gymnasium, campus of Loyalsock High School and Middle School. Todd Bartley alongside baseball coach Jeremy Eck. Getting set for the second half. Little Lancers on the floor. Our TV broadcast tonight, folks, brought to you in part by Venture Accounting. You can visit them online, ventureaccounting.net. 570-419-4921. That's 570-419-4921. And especially now at tax season. Myself as a new business owner, trust me, you don't want to be doing your own taxes. Give it to the pros, Venture Accounting, 570-419-4921. They'll take great care of you. Also brought to you in part tonight on radio and on TV, Murray Motors, Murray Mazda. They got a great team down there in Muncie. Brand new showrooms on both sides of the equation. Great service department. They got a lot of things going on, folks, at Murray Motors, Murray Mazda. And they're proud to support high school basketball and college basketball here on ESPN Radio Winsport and ESPN Winsport.tv. After 2.5-minute timeout, we'll chronicle the first half with numbers after this timeout.
At Murray Motors, we recognize you have many choices and are thankful you chose us. Here is our commitment to you. We value your time and will give you a fair price on the vehicle you're looking at and the one you're trading. Do you need a vehicle but ran into some tough times? Murray Motors Auto Exchange has a 99% approval rate, and we finance the future, not your past. Looking for a vehicle for a first-time driver or a second car? Murray Motors Money Savers Lot in Hughesville has vehicles starting at $39.95. Come see why more customers are choosing Murray Motors. Big enough to serve you, small enough to remember your name.
My name is Tom Springman II, and I would like to announce the opening of our brand new restaurant, Springman's Country Store Cafe, located in the Halston Square Plaza, just off 180 at the Halls Pennsdale exit. Springman's Country Store Cafe offers a unique menu selection unlike any other. From our cafe's signature appetizers, including Southern-style pan-seared quesadillas, Cuban smoked pork canapes, and our bruschetta bella, to our cafe signature cheesesteaks, including our steak sandwich and our prime rib twisted cheesesteak. Check out our full menu at countrystoremeats.com. We look forward to serving you Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Quality since 1905.
Joined now by Tom Rachel of Palco Federal Credit Union.
Already a member of Palco? Did you know that your family members are eligible to join too? Simply have them visit the credit union, open a savings account, and deposit $25. Then they can use all Palco's great services. We also have special Kirby Kangaroo accounts just for the kids and fun and informative teen program called See You Succeed. We offer debt consolidation loans up to $25,000 and offer one of the best credit cards in the area.
PalcoFCU.org.
Hey, if it isn't Brett, my favorite Pepsi Max driver.
Hey, Doug, what's cracking? Hey, how's the road treating that old Coke Zero truck of yours?
It's good, you know. But listen, you need to hook me up with some of that Pepsi Max.
Dude, you drive a Coke Zero truck. What if somebody sees you drinking Pepsi Max?
Hey, I just don't care. I will shove this whole pancake in my mouth, or I will belly dance for you, huh? I will do whatever you want, but hook me up.
But you have a bunch of Coke Zero in your truck.
I do, but you know it's not the same. Yes, they both have 0 calories, but I just love the taste of Pepsi Max. Come on, do me a solid.
Okay, here. But just a small sip.
I promise.
Okay, you need to give that back.
What the? I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it.
Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
ESPN Williamsport is proud to announce the new ESPN 92.7 is W224AI Loyalsock.
At the break, 26-25, Lewisburg in front of Loyalsock. 6 lead changes unofficially, 3 ties. At the end of the first, Lewisburg 17, Loyalsock 12. Lancers win quarter number 2, 13-9, but still trail by 1. Individually for the Green Dragons. Off the bench, Newcomb saw time, didn't tally. Host with a free throw. And then for the starters, Castagliola with 2, Flannery with 4, Federica with 5, Allen with 6, Siegel tied for the game high. Excuse me, he is not tied for the game high. He's got a team high 8. For the Lancers, off their bench, Gibson, Casale, LaPointe, each saw time, didn't tally. Glavin with a 2. For the starters, Baggett and Little have been held off the board. Datris with 2, Sosa with 8. The game high goes to Mike Pastore. 6 in the first, 7 in the second, 13 points in this contest. So, on the other side of a 3-minute timeout, my partner Jeremy Eck will rejoin me, and we'll get you set for the second half between the Lancers and the Green Dragons. It's Lewisburg 26, Loyalsock 25. Back after these messages on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Fast food orders are not for us. Our home cooking is always a must. It's Dolly's Diner. Take a trip back in time to a 1950s-style diner, open daily from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. At Dolly's Diner, you get hometown service with fresh soups, specialty pancakes, and so much more. Always made from scratch from fresh ingredients. Call for a carry-out lunch, 326-4226. It's Dolly's Diner, right next to Rita's Ice on the Golden Strip.
Did you know you could save on your auto insurance by switching to Liberty Mutual? Plus, you'll get 24-hour claims assistance, convenient payment options, and personal service right when you need it most. Contact your local Montoursville, Pennsylvania agent, Jim Dinsmore, at Liberty Mutual Insurance at 570-337-4247. He understands how to tailor a policy to your needs with benefits like better car replacement and accident forgiveness if you qualify. Call today.
As an active person, whether on the playing field or jogging along the riverfront, an injury can stop you. Quick treatment can lead to quick recovery. From Susquehanna Health Sports Medicine, our certified athletic trainers and sports medicine physicians strive to see you within 2 days. Don't let an injury keep you from the active life you enjoy. Susquehanna Health Sports Medicine. Call 800-321-2946.
Do you need to promote your company or organization? Then call Keystone Advertising Specialties. There's no better way to reach out than with a customized promotional item. They can imprint your logo or design on just about anything from coffee mugs to pens to tote bags and clothing. There's thousands of items to choose from. They even offer custom design and full color printing services at very competitive prices. Visit our website for assistance in choosing items for any occasion. Keystone Advertising Specialties, 16250 John Brady Drive, Muncie, 800-380-3213.
This is Mark Sittler of the Hartman Group. Since 1932, the Hartman Group has been in the insurance business, establishing a partnership of trust with their clients. The Hartman Group is locally owned and operated at 420 Williams Street and offers insurance products for personal and commercial customers, as well as employee benefits. The Hartman Group wishes good luck to all the athletes in Lycoming County and the surrounding area. The Hartman Group may be reached at 326-7241. That's the Hartman Group for all your insurance needs.
West Branch Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is who I call to keep me in the game. Whether it's a sprained ankle or more serious injury, West Branch Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has the experience to get you back in the game. Dr. Pat Carey, Dr. Craig Stabler, Dr. Mark Rakish, and Dr. Jack Bailey are proud to support all of the local teams on ESPN 1050, ESPN 104.1, and ESPNWilliamsport.com. So if you've been sidelined by an injury, call 322-3640 to schedule an appointment and let West Branch Orthopedics and Sports Medicine get you back in the game.
ESPN 1050. WLYC is the exclusive home of the Loyalsock Lancers.
Todd Barley alongside Jeremy Eckbeck at our broadcast location high atop CI Gymnasium here at Loyalsock Middle School, High School. Eck in that first half, a couple of huge scoring swells. One for Lewisburg to jump out 23-12, and then the Lancers answer. In fact, with a 13-3 run of their own to close the half, but trail by one.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the first half, I don't know if Lewisburg has anything left in the tank there. It seems like they left it all out in the court in the first half there, and they're running out of gas towards the end of the first half.
So the Lancer Lunatics now have been refreshed at halftime. They're again taking their seats opposite us, as you can see them beginning to shuffle in their seats on ESPNWilliamsport.tv. The Lancers will start the second half as they did the game with Datras, Pastore, Little, Baggett, and Sosa. And for Lewisburg, little birdie told me, I think they're bringing their starting five back as well. Flannery, Veneraca, Castagliola, Siegel, and Allen. That's exactly what they did, Coach.
Imagine that.
So it's Flannery to inbound for Lewisburg. Of course, they're in the traveling greens, trimmed in white. Lancers in the home whites, trimmed in the blue and maroon. And the inbound came to Siegel on that far block, and it was errant, goes out of bounds. Lancers now with the turnover have a possession early stages of the third. Right side Sosa, now to Pastore. Far side left to Baggett. Little behind the arc. Back to Datras, right side Pastore. Thought about a three, steps inside right elbow, right of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Allen. Quick outlet now into the forecourt, Veneraca. Veneraca bounce it off head of the key to Allen. Lob it inside for Siegel, picked off by Sosa. Bounce it off now to Pastore. Pastore now to Datras. He got bumped down the backcourt by Siegel. Kept the dribble alive, but kind of stopped short.
Yeah, he felt him trailing him, and he kind of just stopped and drew him right in.
Now Pastore, far side left. Into the hands of Baggett. Far side left now to Little. Back to Pastore. He'll dribble it left, now swing it back head of the key. Baggett turns it left, floats it up, front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Flannery. He bounced it ahead for Veneraca, picked off by Little. He just ran right around Flannery, gave it up to Pastore. Three for the lead, rim glassing off. Rebound Siegel, now to Flannery, over the top. Veneraca, far block, hands it off to a cutting Allen. He'll go glassing good. 28-25, Allen now with 8. Datras now to the jump circle. Far side left to Pastore. Pastore behind the arc of the left wing. Looking, swings it off head of the key now to Sosa. 90 seconds into the third. Lancers trail by 3, 28-25. Little head of the key. Looking, swings it far side left down to Baggett. Down to the far block, Datras hands it off to Sosa at the free throw line. Front of the rim, no. Datras taps it out to Baggett, head of the key. He steps into a three on the way, rim no good. Rebound Castagliola, up the floor now to Flannery. Flannery to the forecourt, right side, hands it off the elbow, now to Castagliola, head of the key. Looking right at Siegel, dribbles right at him. Reverse it off to Allen, head of the key. Back to Castagliola, runs it in the lane, fought it up short, but a whistle and a foul.
Foul number 2,
Tommy Baggett with his first. So now Nick Castagliola will step in, line left. 2 free throws coming. The first one's on the way, back of the rim, no good. Second attempt by Castagliola. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound nearly came back to Lewisburg. Over the top to Little. Power bounce in a lane. Fights it up and go to the right hand, Omar Little. He's got two. Lancers again within one, 28-27. And a near steal in the backcourt. Siegel with it, hands it off to Flannery. Flannery, the sure-handed point guard for Lewisburg, comes around the Siegel screen, defended by Little. Dribbles back head of the key, bounce it back door. Federaca fights it up. Sosa got a piece of it. Over the top to Little. Outlet power bounce in the lane. Pastore runs it up and center of the floor, put it behind his back. Fights it up and good. Michael Pastore and the Lancers lead 29-28.
That's a phenomenal play right there. Coast to coast, laying it up softly.
I'd like to know where he learned that handle. My goodness. Left side. Federaca turns it to elbow, swings it back to Castagliola. The three ball, rim comes off. Allen right there to tap it to himself and follow it up and good. Allen now with 10, 30, 29. Lewisburg back in front. Back-to-back lead changes here with under 5 minutes to go in the third. Pastore along the baseline, swings it topside left. Little wants a three for the lead again. Front of the rim, no good. He has really cooled off.
Yeah, and they're all settling for that outside shot right now.
Castagliola and Flannery playing two-man. Ball screen hand off down to Castagliola. Far side of the right now to Federaca. Federaca lob it inside far block to Allen. Turned in the lane. Glass rim. Got it to drop and got fouled. Sam Allen. Makes it 32-29 pending the free throw. Sosa just picked up his third. Now, that's not hypercritical at the 4:34 mark of the third, but it's concerning.
Yeah, it's still early in the third quarter, and there's several guys on Loyalsock's bench with Wes LaPointe and Luke Glavin that could give him some time on the bench and give him some quality time here.
Back of the rim, no on the Allen free throw attempt, so keep it 32-29, and then an over-the-back call on Siegel, and now he picks up his third. And you mentioned LaPointe, he comes on, but instead of Sosa checking out, it's going to be Baggett. Siegel will, in fact, check out, and Newcomb's going to check in for him, and now Lewisburg goes small.
Yeah, someone for Loyalsock's going to have to step up here and start crashing the boards.
Datterson in the forecourt, right side, swings it off to Sosa, head of the key. Far side left now for Omar Little. Little turns it left to the lane, spins it back with his right, comes back right at LaPointe, now to the jump circle. Quick score to pass along, start of the fourth quarter, south in front of Newman, 25-24. Alizé Johnson had 12 in the first half. Little, rim, no. Point blank range, and Sosa's going to get the rebound. He's fouled on the return trip.
That's definitely the effort they're going to need to get from Ben Sosa on the boards here.
Sam Allen with his first, the sophomore at 6'7". By the time that joker's done, don't be shocked if the folks in Lewisburg come a-calling. You know those D1 guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mascot of an animal type thing. Rim and good for Sosa. Give him 9 and make it 32-30 Lewisburg. He's as smart as the day is long. Trust me. And room to grow at 6'7". Sosa puts it on the way and good. The junior now with 10 makes it 32-31 Lewisburg halfway through the third. Castagliola across the time stripe now to the forecourt. Dribbles it left side behind the arc. Steps inside the arc and swings it back far side of the right to Federaca. The corner to Newcomb. Newcomb out of that corner, comes around the Allen screen. Wants the face-up jumper on the way. Hard off the back iron, no. Allen the rebound on the far block. Now to Newcomb. Newcomb swings it near side left to the corner, and we've got a 3-second call on Castagliola. Federaca was ready to curl back to his left and try for a layup, but Castagliola was putting the blocks down for the first floor. Right side Pastore, now to Datras, back to Pastore, back to Datras, now to Sosa. Far side left a little behind the arc. Thought about a three. Hands it off to Pastore. He's really had the hot hand in this game with 15 points. Under 3.5 to go. Datras gets it back, bounce it off to Sosa. Got his right heel in the lane at the right elbow. Hands it off to Datras, curls in the lane, fights it up. Rim, it spins off. It's going to be Allen collecting the loose ball now to Flannery, and Lewisburg got numbers the other way. Bounce it in the lane, Pastore got a hand on it. Newcomb to the floor, and now Little to the floor to cover up Newcomb, and we've got a dual possession call. And the Lancers have the arrow. They'll get it back, trailing by 1, 32-31, 3:10 to go in the third. And they've called for a towel in the lane far side left. They were calling for a towel and mops all day Saturday in Chester with Lycoming and Widener. I've never seen the floor do that. It was perspiring the entire game. So Castagliola has taken care of the moisture on the floor after the dual possession scrum underneath the basket. Datris on the inbound of Pastore, gives it back to Datris. He'll bring it left to right across the time stripe. He'll be greeted by Flannery as he enters the forecourt. Right side Pastore, hands it off now to Sosa. Sosa gives it back to Little. Thought about a three, blows right past Castagliola, finds LaPointe on the doorstep, and he's fouled. Allen can't believe it. Let's see if it's assessed on him.
Dragons foul number 32, Sam Allen, his second.
That's his second.
Loyalsock definitely needs Omar Little to get back into his strengths here and penetrate. He's definitely a slasher, and going to the hole opens up a lot of things instead of settling for that deep three all night long.
LaPointe puts it on the way and ties the game at 32. Lancer bench has outscored Lewisburg's bench 3-1.
Pretty high scoring there, huh?
It's all about the free throws. Second one, rim no, and we are tied at 32. Our fourth tie in this game, plus 8 lead changes unofficially. Pressure by the Lancers. Flannery, forecourt left side now for Newcomb. Back to Flannery. Flannery spins it to his right in the lane. Kick out right side of the corner. Back for Castagliola, and the loose ball, I believe, last touch by the Lancers, and Kyle Datris out of bounds. 2:35 to go in the third. Tied at 32. Off the inbound, Flannery. Lob to the top for Newcomb. Picked off by Sosa. Sosa measuring the rim and punch it down, big fella, with 2 hands. And Ben Sosa's dunk puts the Lancers in front, 34-32, and a timeout on the floor. He was measuring that from the time stripe.
This place is getting rowdy now.
Well, we had a stoppage momentarily. I don't know for what.
The rim was bent.
Easy, Sosa, easy. That's got the Lunatics in full human pogo in the corner. Pep band over here in full voice, if you will. Flannery throws out of the double team behind Allen. Picked off by Sosa again. He's got numbers ahead to LaPointe. LaPointe punched it down as well. LaPointe now with 3. And now another stoppage as the rim is well off its hinges.
Wow. Wow, that is a momentum changer right there. Definitely Loyalsock has momentum now.
36-32 and a timeout Lewisburg. 2:17 to go in the third. Back-to-back two-hand finishes for Sosa, followed by LaPointe. And we're back at 60 seconds on ESPN Radio Williamsport and ESPN Williamsport.tv. He's got numbers ahead of LaPointe.
The Cheerio Agency offers home associates, which provides fast, easy, dependable service for whatever financial needs you may have. Take home improvement plans. When you need extra cash for your home, the Associates is there with a simple way to arrange for it. No hassles with loan officers, no shopping for the best rate. The Associates has it all for you in one simple location. That's peace of mind and less hassle for you. Life is complicated enough. Let the Associates make it simpler. Visit our website at theassociates.com and find a location nearest you.
The Brickyard Restaurant and Ale House, located at 343 Pine Street, is the place to be all Sunday and Monday night. With NFL Sunday and Monday night specials like all big beers at one small price and $5 Monster Nachos, how can you stay away? The Brickyard has 11 TVs, so you'll have the best seat in the house to view all the great NFL action. The Brickyard, just across from the Executive Plaza, is open 7 days a week. Visit them online at brickyard.net.
On ESPN Williamsport.tv, let's get a look at Wes LaPointe with the two-hand finish once again. And he just ripped that rim almost to shreds. Oh, they're going to be watching that in LaPointe House on TiVo and replay for years to come. Into the forecourt now, Flannery with the Lancers in front, 36-32, and now LaPointe reaching on Siegel will be called for his second personal foul.
Lancer foul number 33, Wes LaPointe.
Eki, you wonder why we want to do TV? Right there. Kid off the bench, great program kid, giving great effort, and then knocks the rim off its moorings.
Yeah, and hey, senior stepping up here big when it matters most for the Lancers.
LaPointe turns it left to right on Pastore. Swings it back head of the key at the jump circle now to Newcomb. Far side of the right now for Federica. Comes back around the Allen screen. Line to the lane. Kick out left side. Newcomb. 15-footer good. Newcomb's first field goal pulls Lewisburg to within 36-34. And now Baggett into the forecourt. Swings it off to LaPointe. He's still shaking after that two-hand finish. Now to Pastore. They say his heel was out of bounds. Boy, that's a tight call. Wow.
Wow.
I think he was in, but we'll never know. Allen to the forecourt now with Lewisburg, an opportunity with a three to retake the lead. Allen working on Datris. Datris knocked it away, and they say he's last to touch it out of bounds. Allen made that lunge like he was going back for it. It came up empty, and now indeed they go over and overturn the call. So now with 89 seconds to go in the third, Lancers up 2 at 36-34. It's Datris with the handle coming left to right. Into the forecourt, far side left behind the arc. Datris right to the rack, wave it off as it went, and then, of course, LaPointe knocks the rim loose again. He's very adept at doing that. Now readjusts it. Flannery with the hand check. That's his second.
Dragons foul number 5, Jesse Flannery, his third, team fifth.
Off the inbound, Datris into the lane, and an illegal screen is called from the near side on Tommy Baggett on the far side. That's his second.
Away from the play.
Flannery on the inbound now for Allen. Back to Flannery. 75 seconds to go in the third. Lancers by 2 at 36-34. Ball screen handoff to Newcomb. Swings it far right corner now for Federica. He comes in a lane, nearly knocked away, and it is. It's on the floor, rolling around. Little trying to come out of traffic with it. They cover up, and the Arrow's going to keep it with Lewisburg with 1:01 to go. And now a technical foul's been called, I do believe.
Just gave Omar Little a technical foul. Little scruffle going on the floor.
Technical foul on Omar Little. That is his second. I don't think he was real pleased once the dual possession had been ruled and then the whistle sounded, some extracurricular.
Yeah, I didn't see too much there. I maybe a little kick, a little shove, but not much there.
So line left, Siegel knocks down the front end, makes it 36-35. Siegel now with 9. Second attempt for Siegel. On the way in good. Siegel now with 10. Ties the game at 36. Our fifth tie, Kochek, with 9 lead changes.
And Omar Little goes to the bench, and Ben Sosa comes in and replaces him.
With 3 fouls and 12 points. Right to left, here comes Federica to the forecourt. Hands it off to Flannery. Curls it on Pastore. Bounce it left side to Siegel. He runs it left on Sosa. Wave it off. Sosa, I believe, just picked up his 4th. He did. Here comes Glavin back to the table.
Yeah, that's a big foul. They're losing Ben Sosa. He's going to have to set the first few minutes of the fourth quarter.
51.8 to go in the third, tied at 36.
Luke Glavin's going to have to step up. Wes LaPointe came in off the bench and did a great job for the Lancers. Now Luke has to step up and get the job done also here.
Federica with the handle, far side right. Looking, pivots on LaPointe, turns into a double team and hands it off to the doorstep where Glavin strips it away. And down the length of the floor, intended for LaPointe, last touched by Siegel and out of bounds.
Returning for the Dragons, number 24, Nick Castagliolo.
Castagliolo is going to replace Sam Allen in the Green Dragon lineup with 33.8 to go. Lancers can hold for 1 here at the end of the third if they choose with 33.8 to go. Datris on the inbound now. Gives it up to Baggett. Now to Pastore. Pastore, left wing behind the arc, 25 seconds to go. Pastore at the free throw line. Turns, hands it off now for LaPointe. Back right of the jump circle for Datris. 20 seconds to go in the third. And now Kyle content to dribble with 15 to go. They've got one on each wing and one on each block. Lancers with 10 to go. Down to 7, down to 6. Datris picks it up, swings it right side to Baggett, steps left around the LaPointe screen, back of the rim. It stayed flat and drops in from 3. 39-36, Lancers through 3. We're back with the fourth quarter after this 60-second timeout on ESPN Radio Williamsport and ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Your hometown dealer makes the 2013 Big Finish the biggest event of the year. The Big Finish at Van Campen means big savings on 2014 vehicles all over the lot. Big savings from the Valley's Ram Truck headquarters with over 30 Rams in stock starting at under $30,000. Like a 2014 Ram 1500 Quad Cab 4x4 for only $29,900. Check out this huge holiday selection of Rams at Van Campen and save. Drive through the holidays with the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Diesel now in stock at your hometown dealer. Buy a 2014 Dodge Avenger for only $18,900. You pay only $297 per month. Van Campen still has huge discounts on all remaining 2013 models in stock while they last. Take advantage of pre-auction vehicles and look for mirror tags. All mirror tag vehicles are drastically reduced for immediate sale. All offers will be entertained. The 2013 Big Finish means the biggest savings of the year from your hometown dealer. Van Campen Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, 601 West 3rd Street in downtown Williamsport. But hurry, when the year ends, so do the savings.
Give Sean Finn
39-36. Lancers by 3 on the Baggett 3 to end the third. His first field goal in this game. Lancers trailed 23-12 early stages of quarter number 2. They're now on a 27-13 run and outscored Lewisburg 14-10 in the third. On the doorstep, Siegel couldn't get it to drop. Got his own miss back, fights it up over Pastore. No, but a whistle and the foul on Michael Pastore. That's his third. We have fans deployed throughout Lycoming County tonight. Great basketball going on across the bridge south of Newman. That was nip and tuck in the fourth quarter, and none other than your counterpart at South, Sean Finn, wanting the shout out.
Yeah, I got a text set in here. He wants a shout out. Mountie baseball over there.
So line left. Siegel cannot get it to drop, keep it 39-36. Also, Coach Vajai before tonight's game said the fellas, his boys, are down in Morgantown, West Virginia, dialed in. He believed on the internet stream for live radio, and then we said, oh, there's TV too. He said, really? I said, absolutely. ESPNWilliamsport.tv. He says, we're going to check that out.
Todd Bartley making big moves.
It's all because of you, Eki, and all the coaches. I blame it on you and the kids. Second attempt, Siegel got it to drop, give him 11, make it 39-37. Lancers by 2, 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. Pastore on the right side to LaPointe. LaPointe behind the arc, now to Pastore. Far side left to Baggett, now a little behind the arc on the left wing. Back to Baggett. Baggett around the screen from Datris, wants that 3 again, rim no. Siegel the rebound, throws it ahead down to Flannery. About a half minute into the fourth quarter. Lancers by 2 at 39-37. Castagliola turns it left to the head of the key. Swings it back to Allen. Allen right side behind the arc. Now steps it left toward the lane. Fights it up in the lane. Side of the rim, no. Datris went for the rebound. And I believe he got bumped off by Siegel. If that's his foul, it is. It's his fourth. So now Newcomb has to come in. They're giving up almost a foot there in height from Siegel to Newcomb.
Yeah, that's a big loss there here deep into the fourth quarter.
Left to right, Pastore. Head of the key. Pastore picks it up, now swings it off to Baggett, head of the key. Bounce it off, far block to Datris. Finds LaPointe running to the glass, rim no, but a whistle, and they call an offensive foul on Wes LaPointe. I'll tell you why he got called for that charge, folks. He rotated his hips going up to the basket. If he stays square going to that defender and punch it down, potentially, that's a block.
Absolutely.
Inbound comes to Federica. Federica Up the right side now to Castagliola. Castagliola coming right to left. Hesitates in the backcourt. Now throws out of the double team. Nearly picked off. Federica went around Datris, and Kyle picks up his first. Little hip check there as he rounded second.
Yeah, I'm all about the full court pressure here, but too many fouls away from the basket. We're going to put both teams in a tough situation here, 1-on-1.
That's the 9th Lancer team foul. It comes with 6:46 to go. The next one, Lewisburg's in the double bonus. And the free throw is on the way and good for Federica. He now has 6, makes 39-38. Lancers by 1. Potentially our 6th tie. And now Datris is coming off, and I believe they're saying that he has blood either on the jersey or the shorts. Gibson's going to come get him for a moment.
Lancer, number 4, Samir Gibson.
So now Federica line left. Second attempt on the way, spins up and good. Federica was 7, ties the game at 39 with a pair of free throws, line left. 9 lead changes, 6 ties. 6:35 to go. Pastore thought about a 3, steps inside the arc, down to Baggett. Far side up to Gibson. Gibson turns it in the lane, fights it up with the right hand, hit the side of the window, no good.
Made a great move there, just couldn't finish.
Allen a rebound, out of Castagliola, runs it right down Broadway, glass in good. Castagliola's second field goal puts Lewisburg back in front, 41-39. On the 10th lead change, and we're going to get a shove as Little came streaking to the forecourt, and that bump off is on Newcomb. That's his first.
7. Return for Lancer, number 3, Kyle Datris. At the line to shoot 1-1.
This gym isn't packed for no reason tonight, is it? Two of District 4 top teams going head-to-head right here.
So now Little's going to step in line to the right. They're going to take care of some perspiration over on the baseline. Coach O'Malley's right there in the front row going, he's doing that very, very well, isn't he?
Sitting right in front of the Lancer Lunatics.
No, he's not sitting in front of them. He's one of them. Just ask him, he'll tell you. I'll ask him at the Cutters Banquet on Monday. Back of the rim and in for Omar Little. He now has 3 all in the second half. 41-40, Lewisburg by 1, 6:18 to go. Second attempt by Little. Spins up, rattled the rim, it popped out. Keep it a 1-point Green Dragon lead, 6:15 and counting. Castagliola slipped, coming right to left into the forecourt. Hands it off to Newcomb. Newcomb head of the key, defended by Baggett. Swings it near side left to Flannery. Flannery turns it left. Down to the corner, reverse it off top side left for Allen to the doorstep. Castagliola, kick out right side, and Newcomb stepping into that jumper, traveled. Under 6 minutes to go. Lancers down 1 at 41-40. They once trailed in the opening half, 23-12. Datris fakes the pass far side left. Now we're going to get an off-the-ball illegal screen. That's on Pastore. That's his 4th, and they've held him to 2 points in this second half after he went off for 13 in the first 2 quarters. Inbound comes into Allen, gives it back to Flannery. Flannery in the double team, now to the jump circle. Continues to draw that double team and swings it off to Newcomb, far side right corner. Swings it back top side left now for Federica. Federica head of the key. Turns it right elbow. Shovels it back down to Newcomb. Bounce it to the block. Turnaround by Allen off the window. Too strong. Loose ball battle. Little had it and had it ripped away by Castagliola. That'll be his first. Seventh team foul on Lewisburg. Make that the 8th, pardon me.
Yeah, we're pretty even here with the fouls this half.
As I mentioned previously, now Lewisburg with the Lancers over the limit on the 10th team foul. They're in the double bonus in the final 5:28. Little line to the right, back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Allen. Quick outlet up the floor. Flannery coming right to left of the forecourt. Near side left, Castagliola. Check that. Federaca comes around the screen, turns it ahead of the key. Ball screen handoff back to Flannery. Step in jumper on the way, right of the rim, no good. Rebound to the corner. Pastore saves it in. Now to Datras. Datras coming back left to right. Head of the key with a handle. Turns it left to the lane, and we got a whistle, and what now? Blocking foul on Flannery, his third.
Getting a little ticky-tacky here, aren't we?
Check that, his fourth foul. 5:05 to go in the fourth. That's a huge foul on Lewisburg. That's their primary ball handler.
Last 3 fouls for both teams have been called away from the basket.
So now Host has to come in. He'll get Newcomb, who came in off the Lewisburg bench as they've gone 7 deep. The Lancers have gone 9 deep. Line to the right, Datras, 1 and the bonus, puts the front end on the way, and good. Ties the game at 41. Second attempt, forthcoming, line to the right for Kyle Datras. It is on the way and good. Kyle Datras now with 4. Lancers back in front, 42-41 on the 11th lead change. Under 5 minutes to go. Castagliola now will run the point. Draws the double team as he enters the forecourt, and a quick whistle. Datras bumped him off.
I'm not sure if that's even his call across court like that.
Well, you have a college official in the stands on the far side, and he didn't think that was a foul. His name will remain nameless.
It wasn't a relative, was it?
No, not at all. Line left on the way and good. Castagliola now with 5. Ties the game at 42. Second attempt. Rim. It rattled out. Rebound to Baggett. Game remains tied at 42. Now to Little in the forecourt. 4:50 to go in the fourth. Now to Datras. Datras hands it back to Omar Little. He'll dribble it back toward the jump circle. Now swing it back far side left to Baggett. Down to Datras on the far block. No look feed to LaPointe on the doorstep. He got bumped off. So now that's the 10th team foul. Both teams in the double bonus with 4:38 to go. Federaca picks up his first. How's that possible in the fourth quarter?
Things are getting a little sloppy here. It's going to come down to who shoots better foul shots here at the end.
So now LaPointe puts it on the way, line to the right, rim, and it rattles home. Wes LaPointe now with 4. Puts the Lancers back in front, 43-42. 12 lead changes. You want it any other way?
Absolutely not.
Second one, rim, and it rattled home again. LaPointe with 5, 44-42. Lancers by 2, 4:35 to go in the pressure. LaPointe is all over Flannery, who is not somebody you want to put at the line, and now LaPointe with his 4th foul. Sosa sitting on the bench with 4 fouls, and CI, I believe, may well be going to him very shortly. Or do you continue to wait?
4:30 to go.
Here he comes.
This is the crucial part of the game right here. I think you got to go to him.
Flannery, line left, on the way and good.
You still got Luke Glavin sitting on the bench with several fouls to give. So they got. I think Loyalsock has a little more depth here than what Lewisburg has.
We may well find out in the final 4:34. LaPointe comes off to a nice hand with the 5 points, 4 fouls. Second attempt, rim and off, and a job for Datras on the box out. Comes into the forecourt, now bouncing off to Pastore. 44-43, Lancers by 1, 4:25 to go fourth quarter. Baggett to Pastore, left side. To Baggett in the corner. Back to Pastore. Sosa's calling for the ball, head of the key. Swings it back to Little, near side right. 4:10 to go. Little swings it back, head of the key, down to Pastore. Pastore between the rings, now right of the jump circle. turns it right side, swing it off to Datris. Thought about a three as we close in under 4 minutes to go. Kick out right side to Pastore. Wants a three on the way. Rim, it rattled off. And Datris will save the loose ball. Swing it off to Pastore, head of the key. Runs it right back into traffic. Spins off the iron. Knocked it away. And it's going to be Host trying to shovel it back to Castagliola. It went out of bounds off Lewisburg. And instead it's called a deflection back to Lewisburg.
Yeah, I think the official on the far sideline needs to ask for help there.
Castagliola now to the forecourt. Lancers in front by 1. Right side behind the arc. Turns it left to the lane. Swings it top side to Host. Near side left, Flannery. Goes the baseline left, cut off. Back to Castagliola. He turns it right toward the lane. Backing his way in. Kicks it right side. Intended for Federaca. Picked off by Pastore. Up the left side of the floor. Intended for Sosa. Baggett ends up with it. Little, a three for some breathing room. Back of the rim, no. Sosa, an offensive rebound. Fights it up with the right hand. Rim, it fell off. And the rebound hauled down by Castagliola. Throws it up the right side of Federaca. He just popped Pastore right in the nose. Pastore's called for his 5th. He'll foul out with 3:07 to go.
Did Pastore even make any contact there?
It seemed like they came together for the ball, and then his head came rocking back as Federaca made a very demonstrative move with his hands and elbows coming up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Pastore made the initial contact there.
So he has fouled out. Loyalsock wants a timeout, up 1. 44-43 Lancers, 3:07 to go in the 4th quarter. Back at 30 seconds on ESPN Radio Winsport and ESPNWinsport.tv.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm the football your buddy fired through your windshield. The cooler that tumbled out of a pickup and onto the hood of your car. If you're a football fan, eventually we're gonna meet. So get Allstate. Our agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Are you in good hands?
Start protecting yourself from mayhem today. Call Williamsport Allstate agent Rennie Rodarmel. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company.
So Pastore has fouled out. 3:07 to go. 44-43 Lancers. And here is the play that we're watching online. There is no way. He made a demonstrative move on the catch. And then Pastore's called for being in the wrong place, the wrong time. That's what it amounts to, in my humble opinion. So now line left, and I believe they hit him with a technical foul as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So now Federaca cannot knock down the front end of the 2 technical free throws. He'll have another one. Second attempt, rim glass and off. So now with 3:07 to go, Lewisburg's going to have the ball as Glavin has checked back in for the Lancers. Oh, that was the personal, even though they had already backed off.
This could have been a huge swing right here. We'll see what number 15 does here with these free throws.
So now Siegel goes line left. Front end of 2. He'll knock that one down. He's got 12. Ties the game at 44. Potential 1-point lead now for Lewisburg, and it could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. That could have been a 6-point swing right there.
Back of the rim, no. So Lewisburg goes 1 for 4 at the line. Game tied at 44 on the 8th tie. And now Lewisburg, I believe, to inbound the basketball. It's going to be Flannery. Little will defend him. Flannery on the inbound, looking. Gets it into the backcourt to Allen. Swings it top side left now for Federaca. Federaca dribbles it left side behind the arc. Now bouncing off head of the key for Allen. Feeds it inside to Siegel. Siegel, right-hand hook on the way and good. Will Siegel's right-hand hook gives him 14. Lewisburg in front, 46-44. 13th lead change comes with 2:50 and counting. Datris to Glavin. Right corner feed to Little. Back to the top right side to Datris. Now to Glavin, head of the key. Far side left to Baggett. Baggett's calling for a screen. Glavin set it on the near elbow. There's nobody there.
Nobody came across to help him out.
2:25 and counting in the 4th. Datris coming line. Lane scoops it up. Back of the rim. It spins off. Sosa tried to keep it alive. Sosa on the doorstep. Bouncing off head of the key now for Baggett. Backs it out right side behind the arc. Now to Little. Little resets it with 2:15 and counting. Down 2. Comes around the Sosa screen to the right elbow. Left elbow. Swings it off to Datris. And now Kyle calms it down. Backs it out to the jump circle. 2 minutes to go. And I believe we have an official's timeout because there is a monster wet spot in this lane down here where they were battling for the loose ball. You can still see moisture. So now the inbound will be near the scorer's table in front of the Lancer bench. Datris will inbound now for Little in the forecourt. Hands it back to Datris. Again, under 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 46-44, Lewisburg by 2.
Yeah, no reason to panic here. They just got to get set up in their offensive sets and get something working here.
Datris to Baggett. He wants a 3 for the lead. Glass rim, no good. Rebound, Flannery. They've got numbers the other way. Flannery left side behind the arc, nearly knocked away by Little. Federica thought about a 3, gave it up to Siegel. Siegel steps into the free throw line, fights it up, and he's fouled. Oh. Sosa smiling and shaking his head. And he just fouled out with 1:34 to go. So 94 seconds to go in a 2-point game. Lewisburg in front, 46-44. LaPointe's coming back to replace Sosa. Lewisburg has done a job on Pastore and Sosa. They both fouled out. They went off for 13 in the first half for Pastore, 8 for Sosa. Combined, they've been held to 6 points in the second half. Siegel, line left, job. Rim, no good. And they're both out of the game.
Some of these bench guys, Luke Glavin, Wes LaPointe, are going to have to find a way to step up and get it done here for the Lancers.
Second attempt by Siegel. Rattled it home. He's got 15. So now it's a 3-point lead at 47-44. Lewisburg under 90 seconds to go. Datris runs it right to the lane. Offensive foul is called as Flannery took a flop. It's Datris' third.
No reason to panic here. We still got time.
If we could get that run again on ESPNWinsport.tv so the coaches can see this. That's a very tough call against the Lancers. Down 3. And as they do the work on mopping the floor, we're going to get a great look at it again. He tried to stop at the right block, and all of a sudden Flannery goes out of the screen. That just gets me ready for my call tomorrow night in Anvil at Lebanon Valley. They're real good at doing that. Flannery from the baseline to inbound. Lancers down 3. He throws it the length of the floor for Allen. He tracks it down the far corner. And did he get the timeout called? Or did he? They did not give him the timeout. He tried to catch it, leap out of bounds, and call timeout. And the officials didn't give it to him. 85 seconds to go. Lancers down 3 at 47-44. Little turns it left behind the arc to the doorstep, fights it up, rim and good, Omar Little. He's got 5. He's going to have to carry the scoring load now. 47-46 Lewisburg. Flannery bounce ahead to Allen. In the backcourt, goes around Datris to the forecourt. Left side behind the arc. A minute to go. Swings it off to Flannery, runs it up, glass, rim and good. Flannery now with 7. 49-46, Lewisburg by 3. Baggett to Datris, 50 seconds to go. Datris stops, head of the key, fights up a 3, rim, glass, and good to tie us at 49. Into the forecourt, Flannery, 35 seconds to go. Dribbles it right side behind the arc. Now around the Castagliola screen, near side left Federica, calling for a screen. 28 seconds to go. Hands it back between the rings, Castagliola. Left side behind the arc, defended by Glavin. Back head of the key to Allen. Lob it inside, Siegel knocked away. Oh, and a late whistle and a call on LaPointe. He just fouled out.
Was that on LaPointe or did that go get to Luke Glavin? Nope, Wes LaPointe.
He fouls out with 20.9 to go. Keep in mind, Both teams over the limit. That's 2 free throws coming line left for the big man, Will Siegel. What a tough call. We got to see it again on ESPNWinsport.tv.
How about Kyle Datchers coming up with that huge tray there?
Now Casale checks in, replacing Glavin. Free throw by Siegel. Rim, it spins off. Best case here, 1-point Lewisburg lead with a make.
Kind of enjoying this a little bit. I'd like to see this go to overtime.
Somebody better find some wood. He just said overtime. Second attempt, Siegel split a pair. He's got 16, and I believe we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 50-49, Lewisburg by 1, and indeed a timeout on the floor on our 14th lead change. We're back at 30 seconds on both ESPN Radio Winsport and ESPNWinsport.tv.
Hi, my name is Tom Springman II, and I would like to announce the opening of our brand new restaurant, Springman's Country Store Cafe, located in the Halston Square Plaza, just off 180 at the Halls Pennsdale exit. We would like to announce every Wednesday night at the cafe, Burger Night. Country Store, fresh ground, 85% lean, hand-formed 8-ounce burger patties, grilled to perfection, and topped with the toppings of your choice. Served on a fresh-baked Kaiser roll and finished with fresh-cut French fries. We look forward to serving you. Quality since 1905.
Television coverage tonight brought to you in part by Venture Accounting. You can find them online, ventureaccounting.net. Tax season's right around the corner, 570-419-4921. 50-49, Lewisburg by 1, 20.9 to go as we come down the stretch, driven by Murray Motors, Murray Mazda. Baggett will inbound, and Lewisburg will not contest the inbound pass, at least initially.
They're going to pick, it looks like they're going to pick him up here at half court right away.
It rolls to Datris. He'll bring it left to right to the forecourt, defended by Flannery. Goes left to the basket, fires it up left to the rim. No, delayed whistle and a blocking foul. 14.9 to go. I think he was waiting to see if it went in. So that's on Allen, his third. And again, I'm not trying to be in the mind of the official, but when the whistle comes that late, a lot of times they're waiting to see the outcome of that basket because it was rolling around on the rim.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he would have gave it to him if it would have went down?
I think there was going to be a foul there. Whether it went in or not was going to be, is it going to be 2 free throws or is it going to be 1, and it just caught everybody off guard because it was so late. I don't think he was not going to call a foul. But again, only that official knows. 50-49. Lewisburg by 1. 14.9 to go. Kyle Datris, line to the right.
This is the guy you want up shooting your foul shots when the game's on the line here. Big-time player.
Right in front of the Lunatics. He puts the first one off the glass and good. Shrugs the shoulders and says, all right, after 9 o'clock, bank's open late.
Absolutely. Hey, basket's a basket at this point.
50-50. 14.9 to go. Second attempt by Datris on the way. That one's right through the heart of the net. He's got 9, 51-50 on the 15th lead change. And a timeout for the Lancers. Up 1 with 14.9 to go. Quick 30-second timeout on ESPN Radio Winsport and ESPNWinsport.tv.
At Murray Motors, we recognize you have many choices and are thankful you chose us. Here is our commitment to you. We value your time and will give you a fair price on the vehicle you're looking at and the one you're trading. Do you need a vehicle but ran into some tough times? Murray Motors Auto Exchange has a 99% approval rate, and we finance the future, not your past. Looking for a vehicle for a first-time driver or a second car? Murray Motors Money Savers Lot in Hughesville has vehicles starting at $39.95. Come see why more customers are choosing Murray Motors. Big enough to serve you, small enough to remember your name.
51-50. Lancers by 1, 14.9 to go. Inbound for Flannery from the baseline. He looks, gets it in now for Allen. 13 seconds to go. Allen to the forecourt now with 11 and calls timeout with 10.4 to go. Timeout Lewisburg. We're back in 30 seconds with the Lancers in front, 51-50 on ESPN Radio Winsport and ESPNWinsport.tv.
For all your auto and
home insurance needs, plus personal customer service right when you need it most, call your local Montoursville, Pennsylvania agent Jim Dinsmore at Liberty Mutual Insurance, 570-337-4247. He understands how to tailor a policy to your needs with benefits like better car replacement and accident forgiveness if you qualify. Liberty Mutual Insurance since 1912, helping people live safer, more secure lives. Responsibility. What's your policy?
10.4 to go, fourth quarter. For the fans watching on ESPN Williamsport.tv, a great look inside that Lewisburg huddle. And you could see they had their bigs bring it to the forecourt to call the timeout. I'm thinking you go through the two big guys, Siegel and Allen with a first look, and then come back out to Flannery. With 10.4 to go, let's see what they do. Flannery will be the inbounder at the scorer's table, defended by Little. He looks, lobs it into Allen. Allen with his back to the basket, hands off to Flannery, curls it right of the lane, right to the glass, got it to drop and got fouled with 5.2 to go. Jesse Flannery. 52-51, Lewisburg by 1. They may have scored too quickly.
Well, you know, Lewisburg spread him out there, and nobody came over and helped side defense on that high screen. 5.2 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here with this foul shot.
They also need to double-check the foul, who they assessed that on. It's going to be Omar Little with his third. And with the timeout on the floor, and you can see on ESPN Williamsport.tv, the Red Sea parted. He just went right down the lane with that right hand and got a great look. And I think somebody didn't call out a switch.
Yeah, Loyalsock did exactly what Lewisburg wanted to do. They wanted to spread him out there, and nobody sat home in the paint. Nobody helped on the backside. Regardless of the outcome of this foul shot, I assume Kyle Datchers or Omar Little is going to go coast to coast and take it to the hoop immediately.
So Flannery trying to make it a 2-point lead, line left. Lewisburg now in front, 52-51. Free throws on the way, rim no, rebound to Baggett. 4 seconds to go. Pushes to the forecourt, timeout with 2.3 to go. So now a 2 wins it. Potentially, if you can draw contact, you can go to the line. Potentially for 2 free throws because both teams are over the limit.
It's been so chippy, ticky-tacky here with the officials. I think you have to go to the hole. I don't think you settle for a short-range jump shot here. I think you got to go to the hole and hope that they commit a foul on you.
The inbound, I believe, is going to be right at the scorer's table. Just to our left and in front of the Lancer bench.
There might not be enough time to get to the basket.
The other side to that, there's an old adage. Guard the inbounder. Because he's usually the guy that gets it back in these type situations. So watch who the inbounder is going to be. He may well end up with it.
It's going to be Kyle Datchers.
So it's Casale, Glavin, Little, Baggett, and now Datchers to inbound. And they put Siegel on him. Right side, Little puts one up. Glass in, good! Glass in, good! Count the basket, says Matt Belts. And it's a walk-off home win for the Lancers and Omar Little. And he's being mobbed. And the Lunatics storm the floor.
That's a great way to end the game there.
53-52. Lancers with a home win. And they knock Lewisburg from the ranks of the unbeaten. Pastore fouls out. LaPointe fouls out. Sosa fouls out. You think all hope is lost, and then Little, who'd been held to 5 points at that point, puts a spinaroonie on near side of the lane as we're going to get a great look at it on ESPN Williamsport.tv. There it goes through the hoop. Matt Belts emphatically from that backside at the time stripe said, count it.
Off balance, and it goes in there. Loyalsock should enjoy this win, but Lewisburg needs to keep their heads held high here because they're a great basketball team, and I never want to make predictions, but I have a good feeling you're going to see this matchup later in the season a couple more times, probably in the PHAC championship and also depending on seedings in the district playoffs, this could be a district championship matchup in the AA field.
Well, before tonight's game, I heard that Lewisburg had a transfer walk through the door.
Yeah, I just saw that going through the line, shaking hands. I'm not sure about that. That was a Williamsport player, huh?
It's what happens when you move mid-semester, or at the semester break, I should say. And that's been talked about for many a year that may in fact happen. It's happened, and now he's going to be in uniform potentially for the rematch.
Has he suited up at all for Williamsport this year?
Indeed. We'll chronicle that story, Eki, when we get a little bit closer to that contest. What a game tonight. Unofficially, 17 lead changes, none larger for the Lancers than the Little Make to make it 53-52 in a final to go along with 9 ties.
Hey, coming in here, everybody knew that's why there was standing room only tonight in this gym, because everybody knew what they were coming to see. Two evenly matched teams here. This game could have went either way tonight.
Great look on ESPNWilliamsport.tv on that Little Make. Body contorted, got it to kiss off the window just in time. And there's a lot of brows being wiped off tonight because everybody in here, man, it was exciting to say the least. And that rematch was already going to be something regardless of the outcome tonight. Now it's even bigger knowing that you've had somebody hit one at the horn to walk off.
Yeah, you possibly could see this rematch 3 more times this year. You could see it down at their place, the PHAC Championship, and then you also could see it in the district playoffs. You're going to see 3 more great games.
They played last year 4 times. Lancers took all 4. So in the last 5 matchups, they're 5-0, are the Lancers. 53-52 tonight. Back with our Pepsi post-game show after a 2-minute timeout. And a Palco Federal Credit Union player of the game coming your way next on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.tv.
Hey, if it isn't Brett, my favorite Pepsi Max driver.
Hey, Doug, what's cracking? Hey, how's the road treating that old Coke Zero truck of yours?
It's good, you know. But listen, you need to hook me up with some of that Pepsi Max.
Dude, you drive a Coke Zero truck. What if somebody sees you drinking Pepsi Max?
Hey, I just don't care. I will shove this whole pancake in my mouth, or I will belly dance for you, huh? I will do whatever you want, but hook me up.
But you have a bunch of Coke Zero in your truck.
I do, but you know it's not the same. Yes, they both have 0 calories, but I just love the taste of Pepsi Max. Come on, do me a solid.
Okay, here. But just a small sip.
I promise.
Okay, you need to give that back.
What the? I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it.
Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
The Brickyard Restaurant and Ale House, located at 343 Pine Street, is the place to be all Sunday and Monday night. With NFL Sunday and Monday night specials like all big beers at one small price and $5 Monster Nachos, how can you stay away? The Brickyard has 11 TVs, so you'll have the best seat in the house to view all the great NFL action. The Brickyard, just across from the Executive Plaza, is open 7 days a week. Visit them online at brickyard.net.
Joined now by Tom Rachel at Palco Federal Credit Union.
Palco works hard to provide its members with a wide variety of competitive products and services. We strive to give you the conveniences you need at no extra expense to you, such as internet banking, online lending, Visa Online, direct deposit, and much more. Palco prides itself on providing its members with the most simple money savings checking and savings accounts in the region. No hidden fees, just free and easy to use savings and checking programs.
PalcoFCU.org.
ESPN 1050. WLYC is the exclusive home of the Loyalsock Lancers.
(53-52). Loyalsock defeats Lewisburg in come-from-behind fashion. Unofficially, 17 lead changes, 9 ties. 17-12 Lewisburg after 1. They, in fact, led 23-12. Early stages of quarter number 2. That's when the comeback started, courtesy of Michael Pastore, to make it 26-25 Lewisburg at the break. But the Lancers had won the quarter 13-9. Comeback continues in the third quarter with a 14-10 Lancer run in that quarter to lead 39-36 going to the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, unofficially 9 different lead changes. 4 lead changes in the final, I believe, 95 seconds. 52-51 Lewisburg on the free throw. The layup by Flannery. He missed the free throw, and then that made it 52-51. Loyalsock, of course, calls that timeout in the forecourt, then runs the baseline play for Little. He scores at the horn to make it 53-52 Lancers by 1. Individually for Lewisburg, with the loss, they're now 11-1, 5-1 in the Heartland. Trust me, the rematch, all that, a bag of chips, and a side drink there with the soda. Water, that's for the birds. Host with a free throw off the bench, Newcomb with 2. For the starters, Castagliola with 5, Federica with 7, Flannery with 9. Then the 2 bigs, Sam Allen with 12, Siegel with 16 to have a game high. For the Lancers, off their bench, Gibson and Casale saw time. Did not tally. Glavin with 2, LaPointe with 5, and for the starters, everybody's in the book. Baggett with a 3 in the third. That was huge to give the Lancers the 3-point lead going to the fourth quarter. Little with 7, Datris with 9, Sosa fouls out with 94 seconds to go with 12. Mike Pastore a team high of 15, and that came with 3:07 to go because he fouled out, but that 13 of the 15 came in the opening half, and he literally brought the Lancers back in that second quarter.
Yeah, he pretty much put them on his back, and he carried them and closed the gap. That was huge right there before halftime. If he doesn't come out and play the way that he did in that first half to close that gap, this could have been a different story at the end of the game.
Well, let's get that final call in a bonus Brickyard call of the game.
Puts Siegel on him. Right side, Little puts one up. Glass in, good! Glass in, good! Count the basket, says Matt Phelps, and it's a walk-off home win for the Lancers and Omar Little, and he's being mobbed. And the Lunatics storm the floor.
That's a great way to end the game there.
53-52. Lancers with a home win.
Indeed, 53-52. Now, what we normally do, courtesy of the Brickyard, we put music behind that, and you can hear the game beginning to end in the sounds of the game. We're about to wrap things up here momentarily because when you get home, if you haven't done so already, bookmark ESPNWilliamsport.tv, and in about 10 minutes, you can watch it beginning to end. I have a feeling once it downloads to your computer or your smart TV, you're going to be fast-forwarding to the final 90 seconds.
The final 90 seconds was definitely where it was.
Eki, if you want to do this going forward, I can't guarantee you're going to have this kind of a finish every time, but a great job in your broadcast basketball analyst debut. Nick Tagliaferri has nothing on you, my friend.
I beg to differ a little bit. I started off a little rocky there, but I finished okay, I think. I think definitely we'll stick to baseball in the long run here.
If that's the case, you won't ever do another game because you're going to be playing every game that we do unless it's a cross-cutter game.
I hope you're right. We're looking forward to another great season. We got a lot of guys returning. We always like coming out here and supporting the Lancer basketball team. Unfortunately, we get the guys back about a week and a half before our season starts, but we've come to accept that, and we wish the Lancer boys the best wishes rest of the way. And we're pulling for them, and hopefully they continue to find a way to get it done.
Best crew in the business tonight. Brian Williams, the Van Campen Motor Studios in downtown Williamsport, our ESPN Williamsport.tv crew tonight. Nick Caringi, Chris Downs from Lancer Gym. Final score, final time. Loyalsock at the buzzer defeats Lewisburg 53-52. Enjoy watching the replay on ESPN Williamsport.tv and enjoy the Brickyard sounds of the game.